Right. So I'm going to ask you two powerful questions. Who all want to have a growth in their professional field? Raise your hands. Very nice. And who wants to have tremendous growth in their personal life? Raise your hands. And who wants to have tremendous growth in both their professional as well as personal lives? Raise both the hands. Very nice. So, in today's session, I'm going to give you three very, very powerful secrets of how to have the growth in your professional as well as personal lives. Are you ready for it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Okay. So, firstly, you see all the results that we get. You must understand all the results that we get are a function of your actions. So you can write down this equation. Results that you get, outcomes that you get in your life, they are a function of
My action.
actions. Okay? You have written down
Hmm.
the equation? Ratan?
So, no, sir.
Just write down whatever I am saying, write down. लिखने से फर्क पड़ता है. It remains in your memory for a longer time. It remains on paper for a longer time. And whatever I am telling you, just try to note down at least the major points that I'm going to discuss here. Right?
Okay, sir.
So, the outcome and results are a function of the action that you take. Right? And the actions are the functions of any
Yeah.
guesses? The decisions that you take.
Okay, sir.
Correct? So, actions are a function of the decisions that you take. Now you see the chain, how it is going. The outcome are dependent on actions. The actions are dependent on decisions. And decisions are the function of? Decisions are the function
This is,
of? Any guesses? Mindsets. So this is the third equation
okay.
that you're going to write. Correct? That the actions, the decisions that you take are a function of your mindset. Okay? If you
Okay.
want to change the, sorry, you are mute. You are mute.
Sorry, no, I was not saying. Sorry.
Okay. So if you want to change the outcome, if you want to change the results, you got to change the actions.
Actions.
And if you want to change the actions, then what you have to change?
Right. Taking good decisions.
Decisions. And if you have to change the decision, what you have to change?
Right mindset.
Mindsets. So actually our outcomes, our results that we get in our life, professional as well as personal life, are a direct function of the mindsets. And generally we have two kinds of mindsets. One is the limit mindsets, another is the growth mindset. Okay, so you can draw a figure like this. Here you will write a limiting mindset, and there you will write a growth mindset, right? And have a chart prepared like this. Okay,
Okay, sir.
right? Okay. Now, uh, take 30 seconds and write down your one goal each in your professional career and in your personal life in next 2 years. Where do you want to see yourself in your professional life and personal life? Write one goal each. I'll give you 30 seconds. So, what I mean to ask is that whatever is your goal, where do you want to, and say after 2 years, you have fulfilled, you have achieved those goals in professional and personal lives. What are those goals that you have achieved? Take 30 seconds and write one professional goal, one personal goal. Please remember, they have to be measurable goals. Measurable. Any goals which cannot be measured is not a goal. You will never achieve it. Okay? Written? Ratan? लिख लिया?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are the goals? Tell me.
So my professional goal is to improve communication skills and public speaking,
Okay.
and personal goal is to improve my health and mind.
Health and mind. Okay. Okay. So let us discuss this goal one by one. You said you want to increase your communication skills. Why?
Sir, because I am a little bit shy person from my
So what?
childhood.
There are millions of people who will be shy. Why do you want to have communication? Why do you want to not become shy?
Sir, because in the past 2 months uh, from my college journey, I found that networking is very important.
Yeah.
And through the networking, learning is very easy.
Yeah.
So I thought that communication is necessary.
So even if there is no communication, if you don't network, what happens?
Sir, I will have a particular mindset.
Okay. So,
So I will not explore the world correctly.
okay. So Meenal, do you have any professional goal and personal goal after 2 years that you think you must have achieved? You should have achieved?
Yes, yes, I have a personal goal and a
Yeah.
professional goal. Yes.
Yeah. बताइए.
Pro- Personal goal is I want to get to the next level of my coaching where I'm able to, where I'm having 10 clients per month. And
Okay.
personal life, I want to have better relationships. I want to take my children out for a foreign trip in China.
Okay. In professional goal, why do you want to reach that level?
Because this coaching, life coaching is something I really connect with, and I feel I can build my career in that direction instead of whatever I have now.
You already have a career.
Yeah, I have a career, but that's something. This is good, but I want to go towards life coaching, towards emotional wellness coaching.
Okay. So, imagine somebody. Meenal, are you somebody that who doesn't like the job that you are doing, and you want to?
I am thankful to wherever I am. This is good job.
No, you
Thank.
are thankful. Being thankful is something else.
Okay.
Is there a case that you are not happy with your job?
No, I'm happy.
Okay. Now let us take a case, right? Okay, I was working from say 2018 to 2020 with a company called SpiceJet,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I sort of liked the job. It involved a lot of travels, okay, and it was of my interest. But one thing which was bugging me was that I was not able to utilize the whole spectrum of my profile. So I didn't like it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. But you see the reasons. I had my daughter's fees to be given. She was doing MBA. Correct. I was staying in a rented accommodation and I had already bought a house and I had the EMI to be paid for loan.
Right. Right.
So even if I like the job or not, I was doing the job.
Correct.
Understood?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So my why of doing the job was much greater. It was
Ah,
very, very powerful. Because if I don't do the job, how do I pay the fees for my daughter? And how do I pay the EMIs for my house where I'm staying?
correct. Very true.
Correct? So
Yes.
even if I didn't like the job, I had to do it.
Yes.
What is the secret? Your why of the goal has to have a very, very powerful why. Understood? So write down your first secret. Yeah. Why of my growth and why of my goal is very, very important. Write down. Secret number 1. Understood? Unless and until you find out your powerful why, you will not be able to achieve that goal with what you are aiming for. Understood? Right.
Yes.
Okay. So now you tell me, Ratan, what is the why of your goal?
So the communication skills.
Yeah.
So because I want to be a good speaker.
Okay. Right. Now let us see. Okay, you take a sheet of paper and draw these 2 lines here. See, basically, what is happening is we are living here for happiness and success. Right?
Yes,
Correct?
sir.
So, what was the mantra given to us by our parents? Ratan, what was the advice given by our parents?
So study well, respect your elders,
Yeah.
and then focus on your career.
Okay, then what will happen?
So I will take care of my family later.
Okay, then what will happen?
So after that, nothing.
Okay, so this is the advice which is given by most of the parents to us. I also got the same and similar advice from my parents that you study well, you should get a good job. After that, you get a good and beautiful girl, and you get married, have 2-3 kids, and you are settled in life. Right?
Yes, sir.
But
Correct.
do you think that we get happiness and success in that? Okay, so now let us concentrate on this. Have you drawn these 2 lines?
Yes, sir.
One is horizontal, one is vertical. Now on vertical, you have the intensity of happiness and success. Okay, and on the horizontal line, it is the time. It is the time duration for which the happiness remains with you. Okay, Ratan, what did you have for breakfast today?
So breakfast. So chai and roti.
What time?
So it was 10 a.m.
Okay, and thereafter
So lunch.
lunch. So you felt hungry after that 3 hours,
Yes, sir.
correct? So Minal, you are working for a company, correct?
Yes.
When is the happiest day of your life in that company?
Every day is happy, but salary day is the best day.
Salary day. So 30th is a salary day. That the same thing used to happen with me also few years back. 30th, my salary used to be credited. At times, the SpiceJet, they never used to credit the salary also. They say, nahi hai, company घाटे में जा रही है, हम नहीं देंगे. Those used to be very, very bad days. Right? So, salary आती है, and salary आती है for how many days you are happy?
That day or till few days, like
Maybe about 4-5 days, and your EMI is gone, बच्चों का tuition fee is gone, petrol is gone, and engine में थोड़ा काम था वो लगा दिया. After that, your happiness is finished. Correct? Let us draw a point here. Okay. Let's draw a point here. Can you see? Here. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
This is called survival. Write down survival. Survival. Okay? Write down survival here. Remember, whatever you are doing for the company and you are getting paid on 30th of every month, and every 5th day your bank balance is zero again, almost nil. Your happiness is gone. So you are at a level of survival. Very small happiness and for a very short duration. Right? So In 2008, I joined Jet Airways. I resigned from Indian Air Force and I joined Jet Airways. And September 2009 was the first time when my company sent me to Singapore. I was very thrilled. Very thrilled. That was the first time I was going abroad. उससे पहले मैंने जहाज देखा था, but I had never crossed the international waters. एंड कंपनी ने मुझे 5 दिन के लिए भेजा, मैं 10 दिन लगा के आया, अपनी जेब से पैसे खर्च किए. आई वॉज सो थ्रिल्ड. बहुत सारे फोटो लिए, फैमिलीज को दिखाया. कितने दिन तक चली वो हैप्पीनेस कितने दिन तक चली? 10 days,
जितने
15 days. अभी मैं भूल
यस
गया.
सर.
अभी मैं सिंगापुर जाता हूँ, मुझे कुछ मजा नहीं आता. क्यों? 5 बार जा चुका हूं मैं. करेक्ट. रतन, व्हेन वाज द लास्ट टाइम यू बॉट न्यू क्लोथ्स?
सर in this last Durga Puja.
And did you feel happy?
So yes sir.
For how many days that happiness was there?
So till the Durga Puja.
Till Durga Puja. After
Yes
that,
sir. After the happiness gone.
happiness is gone. So next comes the level which we call as pleasure. Pleasure is the next level of happiness. Yeah. Okay. Next level here. Correct.
Yes sir.
Slightly higher intensity of happiness, slightly longer duration of happiness, and after that it is gone. Correct?
Yes
Now,
sir.
but our idea was to remain happy for a longer time, and our intensity of happiness should be more. Correct? What do you do for that? Okay. I'll tell you my story. In 2004, I was posted to a university managed by under the Ministry of Defense. Correct? And I was deputed as a senior professor. My duties were to lecture, to train the service officers, Indian Army, Navy, Air Force, and the DRDO scientists. Right? And I was made in charge of certain courses. When I found out, when I was delivering the lecture, the people were very, very happy. Okay. And then from there, I found out that I am getting pleasure in myself when I'm teaching the people. Correct? So, Meenal, if you are interested in coaching, then how many hours of coaching can you do in 24 hours?
I can do all the hours, like maximum 18, 20. Matlab, I can do full day also because that is something I really like to do.
Okay. If your company says, "Nahi, you work for me for 20 hours, will you do it?"
No, no, no.
You will not do it.
Right.
Okay. So right now, if you tell me that you do training and teach the people, I'll continue doing it. Right now, I don't have any difference between a working day and a weekend. For me, Sunday is also same. For me, Monday is also same. And Mondays looks to me as Sunday also. Because whatever I am doing, I love that. I love my job. That is the next state of happiness where we call as passion. Okay? Passion. Right, see here. Okay? Can you see the point here?
Yes sir.
See, your intensity of happiness is increased and your duration of happiness has also increased. Okay? I'll ask you a question, Meenal. Okay, how many people are there in your house?
We are 4.
4. So you got to prepare dinner for them. What will you prepare?
I'll prepare like paneer paratha and salad and chutney.
Okay. Okay. How much time do you require?
I need like roughly 30-40 minutes. Yeah.
30-40 minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you stay? Do you stay in a society?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And in your block, how many people will be there?
Around 500, 600 in one. I
One
stay in
block.
a society. Yeah, it is 18th floor. We are on 17th, and each floor has four flat houses.
Okay. And how many such blocks are there?
Four block A, B, C, D.
Maybe. Okay. So about 500 people.
Yeah.
Now suppose you got to prepare a meal for 500 people. What do you require? How much time? How much of effort? How much of help?
Lot of preparation. I think a lot of preparation before I need to plan the plan the dishes. Then I need to get all the stuff. I also need to cut
So how
and
many
chop.
people? How much time?
So I will need at least I need some 5-6 people, and 2 days before only I need to plan and
Okay.
start
Correct.
preparing.
So your quantity and intensity of work and happiness is increased slightly. Now I am telling you that you got to have a lunch for the 4 blocks into 500 people. That is about 2,500 people. What do you require now?
Now I need people who are like I need more people to help me, and planning. More planning is required.
So how many people do you need for to feed 2,500 people?
So to at least I need 10-15 people helping hands, some
Okay.
for serving, some for cooking, everything.
Okay. And how many days of preparation?
I need at least 1 week preparation, 1 week.
See how it is going. Now I give you a task that near your society, there is a school for the blind where the blind children are studying. And their strength is about 7,000 children. Now you want to give lunch to those 7,000 blind children. What is your preparation now?
Now I need people, and I need much more preparation for that. Like I need 20 people to help me, how to deal with the visually challenged children, and then more food, more resources are needed.
What resources are needed? Now you compare your happiness from the lunch that you are preparing for 4 people as compared to the lunch that you are distributing to 7,500 blind children. Where the intensity of happiness is more, the first one or the children?
For the children, last one.
The children. Okay. Now, above passion, we have one more level of happiness and success. We call it purpose. Okay. Can you see here?
Yes, sir.
This is highest in the intensity of happiness
Yes,
and
sir.
of the highest duration. This is the case where you will say, यार इसी के लिए तो मैं आया था, इसी के लिए मैं आया था इस जिंदगी में, इस दुनिया में, on this earth. That is the reason, that is the purpose that I am here for. For example, about 1 month back, me and my wife decided that we will distribute about 100 plates of vegetable pulao and chana to various people who are needy, actually, who are sleeping on the streets. Correct? And we prepared that and collected all that material. And about 150 plates we could distribute to the needy, to the Mazdoor. And then we went to a school for the underprivileged children. And we had a huge line of the children lined up to get that stuff, get that lunch. You know, that is a shift towards purpose. Every day I have beautiful lunch, beautiful dinner. I don't remember that. But when I am feeding those 100 children who actually deserve that, those moments I still cherish. That is the purpose. Okay. So I'm connected with certain organizations, certain NGOs, and I hold the hand of the village children. Like sometime back, I had a group of about 10 girls from a village in Rajasthan whom I was holding the hands. That is the purpose. Now, with this discussion, now you can decide whatever goals you had set for yourself for professional as well as personal life, which you had set one each right now, and whatever goals you will set in future. Where do they lie? Do they lie in here, this zone, survival and pleasure, or do they lie somewhere, passion and purpose? Okay, this will decide your happiness. And whenever our parents had told us to be, to do well in studies and then get a good job and get a good wife and have 2, 3 children, these things are basically revolving around passion, not passion, survival and pleasure.
Pleasure.
Not their faults, because they wanted us to see us settled. Now, you can see that there is a huge gap here. Correct? There is a void. We call this void. Void. This is the void. Okay. Now, you had made this chart, correct? Where we had a limiting mindset and a
Growth mindset.
growth mindset. On the left side, limiting mindset, you write down limiting mindset driven by survival and pleasure. First point, driven by survival and pleasure. And on the growth mindset side, you write down it is driven by passion and purpose. Okay. Next, when you are in survival and pleasure mode, you are focusing on what? Ratan, you are focusing on what?
The survival and pleasure.
Yeah.
Sir, earning money.
On myself. My focus is on myself and family.
Yes, sir.
Right? So second point on this, so this first point you have written here. Limiting mindset means it is driven by survival and pleasure, and growth mindset is driven by passion and purpose.
Purpose.
Second point, focus on the left side, that is the limiting mind, focus on me and my family. Okay. And on the other side, the growth side, you focus on me, family, plus society. You are trying to impact the society. It is like this, that to stay in Bangalore, Minal, how much money you require for your family of 4 to stay in Bangalore for 1 month?
If you're taking in a hotel or something like that, or general?
General, where are you
General,
staying?
you need at least 50-60,000 in a
60,000. I'll take 1 lakh. I'll
Yeah.
take 1 lakh.
Yeah.
So 1 lakh is just fulfilling your need for survival and pleasure. If you have to go to passion and purpose, what is your effort?
Much
What will
more.
be your effort? What you have to do? You have to probably set up a factory, a startup, where not only you are earning 1 lakh rupee per month, but you are helping 100 other families to earn 1 lakh per month. That is the growth. That is you are jumping from this place to the passion and purpose. Understood? So this is a void that I'm talking about. Can you see? This is the void between the
Pleasure and passion.
this is pleasure and passion. And on left side, it is driven by fear. Your pleasure and survival are driven by fear. अगर आपकी नौकरी चली गई तो सब कुछ खत्म. It is a fear, right? So write down here, draw a diagonal line here. Draw a diagonal line here. Okay. And on left side, you write it is driven by fear. Driven by fear. Okay. Yeah. It is driven by fear. On the other side, it is driven by growth. Passion and purpose are driven by growth. Right? So, take the other sheet here and write down the third point. Limiting mindset is driven by fear, and growth mindset is driven by growth. Okay? Right. So, before I go further, I have a program for the growth mindset which I have drawn for you. I'd like to share that before I go further. Okay? Just one sec. Give me 10 seconds. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So this is called the growth mindset program. Okay. And this is the structure that we have: open and close-ended. Now, what do I mean by open and close-ended is close-ended is with a limited duration, 3 months. Okay. And 3 months, you go your way, I'll go my way. That is a close-ended program. Open-ended, you got to be there with me in the program for 6 months. Now, you will agree with me that the mindset, see, all the actions, all the results that you want to get are actually a function of the mindset. Changing the mindsets takes at least 6 months, for the changes to come. So that is why I'm saying that I always advise my participant to go for the open-ended program so that after 6 months, they can see the changes coming in themselves. Right? Okay. So we'll have weekly sessions, 1 session per week, weekly mentor call, weekly assignments will be there. Your commitment are going to be 3 hours session per week, right? And 2 hours of actionable, because when we take the section, we discuss something in the sessions, there have to be certain actionables by you. So in a week, your minimum duration should be about 4 to 5 hours of commitment. And in an open scenario, the minimum duration that you're going to be with me will be 6 months. Right? What is your takeaway? Which is very, very important. Okay. So what is your takeaway? Personal and professional goal setting. So there are certain ways you have to set the goals. There are certain criteria. We will help you in setting your personal and professional goals as we go along. Sorry, in the session. Okay. And we will work towards growth mindset of yours so that you can face the challenges of life. We guarantee 2 times growth in next 2 years. Wherever is your level here today, we will guarantee 2 times of growth in next 2 years in professional as well as personal life. Okay? And 2 times recognition in next 2 years. Recognition in the sense, for example, at the end of 2024, my LinkedIn follower was 500. And as of now, my LinkedIn followers are 7,000. That's what we call as recognition. Right? And we will work to find out your core values. There are certain innate core values which generally we are not aware of, but all our actions and decisions are taken based on the core values. Okay, we'll try to discover that, and henceforth all your decisions and all your actions should be taken aligning with the core values. Then you are going to have enhanced self-values, accountability partners, community support, and winning framework. This framework that we'll be working on for next 6 months with you has already been tried and tested by us. Okay? The next batch, which is starting, is 14th of June, 2025. Okay? Another week. And whenever we have a visiting coaches, then we'll have special sessions for the participants who are there with us for 6 months. Right? Okay. So what I have not included in this slide is for the close-ended program, we have kept the fees for 30,000 per month into 3. So that comes to about 90,000. Is the total duration, total fees of the course. That is for 3 months. Right? And for the 6 months, if you are there with us, then your monthly commitment of the finance is going to be 25,000 rupees per month into 6 months. Right? That is the fee structure. And you have already seen your takeaways that are going to be with you. Okay? And what is my motto? Work for your passion. Okay? And live for your purpose. So here you can see me. I had delivered similar sessions for the wives of the Air Force officers and men. Okay. So you can give me a call. We can have an induction session after this next few days. Okay. So in case you are interested, you can give me a call and we can take it forward. So now coming. Whenever we are setting a goal, there is a second secret that I'm going to give you. What is that secret? Okay, Meenal, suppose you have to go somewhere, right? And you go to a facilitation center, international facilitation center. What are you going to give to those that beautiful girl that is sitting here? What are the details?
So you mean to say what presentation I will give?
No, what are you going to tell him? कहाँ का टिकट चाहिए?
जो भी प्लेस जाना है, जैसे दुबई जाना है तो दुबई का टिकट चाहिए।
दुबई का। सो दुबई आप ट्रेन से भी जा सकते हैं, बस से भी जा सकते हैं, कार से भी जा सकते हैं, फ्लाइट से भी जा सकते हैं, शिप से भी जा सकते हैं।
करेक्ट।
हाँ,
फ्लाइट सबसे
फ्लाइट
फास्ट है, सबसे
ठीक है।
फास्ट।
और क्या देंगे आप इसे? और क्या डिटेल्स देंगे?
और मैं जहाँ पे होटल है वहां पे रहने का पूरा डिटेल्स, कहाँ पे रहना है, ये सब का
और
बता
क्या
दूँ।
देंगे उसे?
और अपना पासपोर्ट और बाकी डिटेल्स।
और क्या देंगे? इट इज अ इंटरनेशनल ग्लोबल फैसिलिटेशन सेंटर।
करेक्ट करेक्ट। तो अपना जो भी मैं डिलीवर करने वाली हूँ प्रेजेंटेशन, उसके पूरे डिटेल्स, वहां का रूम सब पता लगाऊंगी, प्रेजेंटेशन रूम, कॉन्फ्रेंस
वो
रूम।
ठीक है, लेकिन उससे पहले आपको क्या देना चाहिए? आपका स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट देना चाहिए कि आपको टिकट कहाँ से चाहिए।
राइट राइट राइट।
दुबई आपने बता दिया,
जी, बेंगलोर से चाहिए।
बाय फ्लाइट भी बता दिया आपने, कहाँ रहेंगी
जी
ये भी बता दिया। ये
जी
नहीं बताया कि आपको इकोनॉमी चाहिए या सुपर
बिजनेस
इकोनॉमी
क्लास
चाहिए
चाहिए।
या बिजनेस चाहिए,
जी जी जी
एग्जीक्यूटिव चाहिए, नहीं बताया आपने।
जी
आपने डेट भी नहीं बताई है।
जी जी जी।
तो ये सारी चीजें। सो द सिमिलर थिंग इज फॉर द गोल्स ऑल्सो। सॉरी, you got to define your goals in as precise terms as possible. Otherwise, you will not reach Dubai, or you will reach Dubai via somewhere else. Dubai, if you can go in 5 hours, you will probably land up in 15 days. If you don't define your goals so very precisely. So, what is the second secret of goal setting? Define it to find it. Define it to find it. Secret number 2. Okay. Now, I'll tell you a story which I have undergone. I'm talking of October 2024. My weight was 79 kgs. My ideal weight should have been 68 kgs. And I was at the time diabetic to the extreme. When I went to my doctor, he said, Mr. Bhatia, if you don't do something, I'm going to put you on insulin. My mother, when she died, she was diabetic, very heavily diabetic. And she was on insulin towards her last days. And it is a painful procedure to give insulin by injections. I didn't want to go through that thing myself. Correct? So what was the choice for me? To take action and reduce my weight and modify my lifestyle so that I come within my weight limits, ideal weight, so that I don't go towards the insulin. I took action. Today my weight is 69. I reduced it by 10 kgs in 4 months. And when I went to the doctor with my new reports of diabetes, he was shocked. He had to reduce my diabetic medicines by 50%. Okay. What is the secret? I had two choices. Either I endure pain of having insulin for rest of my life, or I endure pain for 6 months for modifying my lifestyle and for doing exercises. Which is easier for me? Pain throughout the year or pain of 6 months?
Pain of
Pain of
6
6
months.
Pain of 6 months. That is the... So, you got to decide whatever goals you have set for yourself. Calculate the pain of not achieving that goal and calculate the pain of efforts in achieving that goal. Whenever the pain of not achieving that goal exceeds, you will achieve the goal. What is the secret? Pain is the fuel. Pain is the fuel. Third secret, pain is the fuel. Take another case where a father has to pay for the higher studies of his daughter. Not able to pay, the pain of not being able to pay for her higher studies is much higher than earning that little 1 lakh or 2 lakhs of amount per month. And you do it. So whenever you find that pain of not achieving the goal exceeds the pain of effort in achieving the goal, you will meet your goal, right? So it means now goal achievement, if you don't achieve it, it is a limiting mindset. If you have to achieve the goal, which is higher, you have to have a growth mindset. Correct? So now you have to write down in this sheet where we had in limiting mindset, you have to write what is the cost of growth mindset. And on the right side, what is the cost of not having the growth mindset? Cost of not having growth mindset. Yeah. Fourth point. And as I said, the moment you realize the cost of not achieving something, your goal, exceeds the regrets of not achieving the goal is going to be there throughout your life, that pain will become unbearable. The moment you think that pain is becoming unbearable, you will put in all efforts to achieve your goals. Understood? Last point here, that I have seen people who are fond of collecting the certificates, right? 3-4 साल पहले मुझे भी ये आदत थी, collect this certificate, collect this certificate, collect this certificate, and I used to be very happy. But I never got any rasta, any goal, because I was collecting only certificates, the papers. I was seeking. So, seeker on the left side, limiting mindset. You cannot be only seeker. Limiting mindset is only seeker. What is the growth mindset? Growth mindset believes in action. Okay? Growth mindset, only action. Skill sets. Skill set. You got to build up your skill sets. Yes. Right? So it is only seeker. You are collecting only certificates. And here you have to take action. Right? So with that, I'll conclude my session. 3 beautiful secrets, 3 most powerful secrets I have given you, achieving for setting the goals and achieving the goals. And I have also given you the differentiation between a limiting mindset and a growth mindset, and what are the indications, how to get it. Any questions that you have?
So I have one question.
Yeah.
So what should I improve in my communication?
No, this is a very pointed question. So a general answer cannot be given. So I have told you what is our method of having a progress, correct? In
Yes,
that
sir.
program. So I have to evaluate you. We got to see what are your core values, what is your present state, that I have to see. See, to reach anywhere, you got to first decide where do you stand right now.
Yes, sir.
So these things can be discussed when I come over a call with you, one-to-one call. Understood?
Yes, sir.
This is a very special, specific question that you have asked. Sorry. Anything else?
So what is the secret number 1?
Secret number 1, you joined late. Yeah? What is the secret number 1? Who will tell?
Why of my growth and goal?
Absolutely. Why of your goal? Why do you want to reach there? Understood? Why do you want to reach there?
Yes, sir.
That is secret number 1. What else? If you don't have any questions, then I'll conclude my sessions here, and I'll start talking to you tomorrow onwards on one-to-one call. Yeah? Bye. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.